Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, we celebrated the Queen's birthday here in the city. Whew. We've come a long way in this game, but it's time to conclude it. It's time to go sit down in the rest area here in the East Block, have some ice cream with Joshua, have a good time. I feel like we've earned that. We've been through so much tumultuous ups and downs and betrayals and everything, so I just really need an ice cream with my boy, you know? So, let's get to it. Okay, we finally made it to the rest area. You look pretty tired. You want to sit down and take a break for a little bit? Let's do it, Joshua. Whew. Walking all over the place like that can really take it out of you. Glad we can get off our feet for a minute then. For the moment at least. Gransel seems like it's genuinely at peace. You really think so? I'm just glad that we can leave it all up to Dad and everyone else. At least for today. Of course, I really think it should be his responsibility to begin with, since he showed up so late. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe it's just part of his nature. Oh well, it's not like we can do anything about it. But check us out! We're actually full bracers now! Which means we're not beholden to any specific branch, and can go wherever we want. Anytime a branch is short-handed and requests help, we'll just take an airliner to get there. But our newfound freedom will also mean greater responsibilities. Sure, but I think we'll be able to handle it. I mean, hey, we actually played a major part in stopping a coup. And it means I'll never have to hear Dad going on about how it worries him when you're not around to keep an eye on me. Yeah, I think his days of saying that are at an end. You really showed him what you can do. Still, I think I'd like to stay with you from now on. Huh? Oh, would I just get on your nerves? No, nothing like that. But what do you mean by stay with me? Just that we know each other so well and we could practically read each other's minds. I think we'd make a good team, and I'd hate to break it up. Oh, you mean like for bracer business? And here I was thinking you were gonna tell me your big confession or something. What? Nothing! Forget I said anything! Estelle, what was that all... Boy, whew, it sure is hot today, huh? And there's nothing to beat hot weather like ice cream, huh? My treat, just like I promised. So you wait right there. Oh. I don't think there's an ice cream stand over that way. I wonder if she... Nah, there's no way. My, but I do envy you, your youth sometimes. Professor Alba. It's been a long time since we last met, hasn't it? So much has happened lately, but things are finally settling down again. People truly thrive the most in peaceful times. Oh, is something the matter? You look a bit pale. I would have thought you'd generally be in better spirits now that you've attained senior bracer status. Speaking of which, I truly must congratulate you on your success. So long as, of course, I'm not being too forward in doing so. Ever since we first met, it always made me really uncomfortable. I'm a little more used to you now, but I still get the shakes a little bit whenever you look at me. Oh? And in all the cases we've dealt with, there have been people who just forget things. You're always there investigating, no matter where we've gone. Your timing's almost a little too good. What really clued me in was Kurt's reaction. He lost his memories too. He said he wasn't feeling so well when he was in the stands. and you were right there with them. Professor Alba, was it you? Impressive. Even with your cognizance and recollection being puppeteered, you were still able to piece it all together. Indeed, it was I. Allow me to clear away your confusion. Oh! You're... So you finally remember me, do you? When your heart was in tatters, it was I who rebuilt it. I who restored it. It was I who poured a soul back into that empty vessel. You have the power to twist the minds and memories of men. The 7 snake apostles, the Anguis. You're one of them. Weissman, the faceless. Huh. I've not heard that name pass your lips in ages. Enforcer number 13. The Black Fang. Joshua Astray. You were behind all of this. Which means that Lieutenant Lawrence has to be... It is that you surmise. I was kind enough not to erase your memories of him. I'm not surprised you were able to make the connection so quickly. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know you were thinking of him. So you're here to finish me off? No, nothing of the sort. The first phase of our plan went off without a hitch. Since I have a moment to spare, I simply thought I'd come to see you. First phase? The seal in the old ruins. The gate which blocks the path to the ring. Wrenching it open was but the first step of many. And already, there exists no means of closing it again. I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. What the hell is this shining ring? What is your little society after? If you really wish to know, why don't you rejoin? I'm certain that you'll be able to return to active duty in no time. You needn't look so glum. We can get you back into fighting form. Please, spare me with your withering looks. I do understand that you have a family now, whom you regard as important. You greatly admire your father, to say nothing of the girl you so adore. Even with him on our side, throwing those gifts away would be the actions of an idiot. And so I've come here to see you. I came to offer you true freedom from our association, as thanks for the integral role you so perfectly played. Which means that I must congratulate you, Joshua. You are already a free man. I am most grateful for the work that you've done over the past 5 years. What? Oh, don't be so boring. I was expecting a bit more cheer out of you at hearing such news. Perhaps there's a flaw in the design of your emotions. I've been helping you? What kind of bullshit are you expecting me to swallow? Oh, pardon me. I completely forgot to tell you. I never intended you to be an assassin, but rather a spy. What? The society abandoned you. We played on the pities of a noble-hearted man. And it worked. You were given a loving home. And while you were there, our contacts would check in on you from time to time, and you'd tell them everything. We were particularly interested in your reports on the movements of the Bracer Guild, as well as your intel on one Cassius Bright. But of course, you wouldn't remember having done things such as that. You were not yourself at the time. Cassius Bright, S-ranked bracer. He was the foremost impediment to the success of this plan. We felt certain he would be quick to act in order to stop any coup d'etat that should occur. But through a detailed analysis of his behavioral patterns, we finally devised a plan that would lead him out of the country and out of our way. The intel you've unknowingly been feeding us has been most useful indeed. No. And so, I must thank you again. The past 5 years have been of inestimable help. No! You're lying! You have to be lying! All that time I spent with Estelle. Why are you so sad? Has your feigned ignorance not earned you a beloved family, as well as a happy home? If you say nothing, they will never know. However, it is the sort of thing that might weigh heavily on a fellow, since your fellow members of the Bright household are such good people. Perhaps a little too good for a monster such as yourself. However much you may model your behavior after a normal, decent person, you are no such thing. You must surely have noticed your ability to reason through and execute a solution to a problem, no matter the circumstances. Your physical strength and reflexes, better than an entire squadron of normal soldiers. You are my greatest creation, my human weapon. That is who and what you truly are, the Black Fang. You have no place in the lives of normal people. You'll never be happy in their presence again. You can't be. When it becomes too much for you, you're always welcome to return to the Grandmaster Society of Souls. Back to Ouroboros. Is this my punishment? My sister and Love. What do I do? I don't know how to face him after all that, but I've kept him waiting for way too long. It's getting late too. I'm such an idiot. I need to learn to think before I open my mouth. I wonder if Joshua's figured me out. Gotta cool down. I feel like I'm stuck in perma-blush mode. Ah, Estelle, I thought I might find you around here somewhere. Hi, Professor Alba. Fancy seeing you here. Indeed. I was actually just speaking with Joshua. Congratulations on your promotion to senior bracer status. Thanks. Huh? Is something wrong? I don't know. Something just seems different about you. What's got you looking so cheerful? Okay, you've got me. To tell the truth, I've made several major advances in my archaeological research. You might say that it's put me in a good mood. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, sorry. The ice cream's going to melt, so I better get going. I'll see you later. I see. Cassius Bright's daughter. I think she's going to be quite a lot of fun. Hey, sorry it took so long. It was super crowded there, but I've returned with our valuable loot. Cool. Thanks. Now we can eat like kings. Yeah. So, about earlier... Yeah, I wanted to apologize for that. I didn't mean to be so vague. It just wasn't an appropriate time for confessions, you know? Oh, sure. I didn't really mind so much. Well, when I gave it some more thought, it seemed kind of silly to try and rush things. We may be senior bracers now, but that just means we have different work to focus on. We might have to really consider our future prospects. Right. If we get married, we'll have to think about raising children. I've got to stop getting so far ahead of myself. Well, it's evening already, so why don't we go eat our ice cream on the way back? Everyone's probably waiting for us. Hey, Joshua? What is it? Did you have something you wanted to discuss about the future? No? Well, we'll give you that idea. Come on, let's get back to the castle. Yes, that just happened. And yeah, that might be big bad. I'm sorry I led you astray. But it's just, that scene, that's the highlight of first chapter for me. I still get goosebumps just hearing the music track associated with that snap of the fingers and the spell breaking. Oh, it is so good. It's been built up to this whole time. Like Alba, he seems like a goof, but then he looks at you with those red frickin' eyes of his. And it's just, there's something off there. Oh, man. However, can we conclude the story? Let's find out. What's wrong, Estelle? You've been completely on edge for a while now. Something on your mind? Yeah. Hey, Shara. Did you think Joshua was acting weird at dinner? If anyone was acting weird, I'd say it was you. He was as calm as he ever is. Well, yeah, but... I see. I get it. Get what? You can't keep secrets from me. I had a feeling about it, but I was wondering if you'd ever admit it to yourself. You're kind of falling for Joshua, aren't you? You can tell? It's pretty obvious. Sorry, hun. But I'm guessing you haven't told him anything about this. No. Josh was always picking on me, telling me what a dope I am. Not that I should be criticizing anyone, I guess. You're so naive. It's a wonder how you've lasted this long. You need to learn to look a little deeper. Big sister is ready to begin your education in love, Estelle. I'm never asking you for advice again. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, I don't mean to tease. But you guys set out just when puberty was about to hit. It's only logical that you'd start picking up on feelings for each other. Oh, you think so? Traveling together just seems like such a petty reason for that kind of thing. I guess I've gotten a little more self-aware since we started all this. This isn't like me at all. You're the proverbial flower that refuses to blossom. Every girl feels that way. Shara, I don't want to lecture you or talk about this with you if you're not ready. But if you are, then what say we have ourselves some girl talk, Would it help if I told your fortune? Yeah, okay. I promise I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Okay. Alright, time for your lesson, my protege. Oh, Estelle, big sister is moved to tears. On second thought, never mind. But thank you. I do feel a little better. I'm gonna go see Joshua for a little bit. Oh? You're going to tell him? Not about that. There really does seem to be something weird going on with them. I want to see what that's about first. Aw. Well, you do seem to know him better than anyone else. I'm sure that everything will turn out just fine between you two. Maybe you could even just have a nice, calm discussion with him and be open about what's on your mind. I don't think I'm quite that ready yet. Okay, I'll see you later. Young love. They'll probably be fine. Huh? They're not here. Oh yeah, Dad's still in some meeting, I think. Where's Joshua? When that harmonica hits. Joshua? He's out playing somewhere then. Oh, just the quiet. And the harmonica. Joshua's on the garden terrace. Once we go to the garden terrace, the game concludes. Therefore, I am going to... Oh, yes, we get to hear more. I'm going to briefly postpone that and instead check out the other people in my life. Oh ho, 'tis young Joshua's performance, is it not? I heard him play by the lake, but this is not mere playing. It's the weaving of melody, the chisel of a sculptor or brush of a painter. He's been practicing, I surmise. He did play a lot when he was a kid. He played other songs. This was one he'd always come back to. Was it now? It's quite a surprise to hear Joshua play such a delicately beautiful yet obscure song. There are few enough Imperials who still remember it, much less Liberlians. Wait, so it's an Erebonian song? Indeed, the Whereabouts of Light. A very old Erebonian melody. A perennial favorite of the country folk, in fact. Wow, I had no idea. I actually wasn't aware either, that's really cool. I must hand it to that boy. Only he could utilize such a sad and delicate melody to melt my heart, instead of shattering it. By yourself today? Yeah, I am. That's been a while. I mean, I've always had Joshua with me, so being alone is so weird. I've successfully recovered that gospel thing Colonel Richard was using. After the investigation of the sealed area is complete, and I've returned to Sice, I'll have to run a full series of experiments on it. It is weird, I'll give you. It's like nobody knows where or how it was made. Indeed. If we can't determine its true form, we may never learn the meaning of the events that occurred in the sealed area. My academic instincts are tingling just thinking about how important an artifact this truly is. Tingling is generally good. Just don't get so wrapped up in it that you let yourself get kidnapped again, okay? Of course, I'll take every precaution. I've even made certain that the gospel itself has been placed in Cassius's care. There is no safer place for it, would you not agree? Yeah, that's about the best you're gonna get. How are you two? That music takes me back. I feel as if I heard it back when I was a kid. Really? But you're originally from Ravenu Village, right? Yeah. Agate has a little sister there. Her name's Misha. Hey. No way. You've got a sister? Yeah, I've got a sister. So what? I ain't a brother of the year or anything like that, if that's what you're implying. Pretty much never go home, but I guess maybe when I get some time I can drop by for a visit. That sound is so pretty. Who's playing it? Oh yeah, he's never played harmonica for you before, has he? That's Joshua. Joshua? I didn't know he could play the harmonica. He's good. Yeah, he's alright. I'm too clumsy to play any kind of instrument myself. He's lucky to have that kind of talent. Sheesh, Tita's clumsy. What does that make me? I don't like the... You're not clumsy, you're handling horrible weaponry that explodes. Please don't say you're clumsy. Alright. Hey, Shara. Hey, isn't that Joshua playing the harmonica? If we can hear it from here, Then he must be playing in the garden terrace. Now's your chance. Better get up there to him now while the situation is just right. Yeah, I'd better. Better not. This is so not the time for that, Shara. Oh, you're no fun. Well, it is kind of a fitting time.
Ah, Estelle, hello. It seems Master Cassius is still in conference, no?
Yeah, seems that way. Second Lieutenant Lawrence and Captain Amalfi are still on the run after all. Reorganizing the military chain of command will probably take him a good long while. And that's just one thing he's got to deal with.
Pity. I was going to invite him for a drink. But I'm certain the Master will put every effort into catching them. I have complete faith in his abilities. Still, I think that Lawrence was going easy on us during the martial arts competition. If he hadn't been...
Yeah, when he fought the second time, it was like someone had flipped a switch. Except instead of on-off, it was strong, crazy strong. I mean, I know he used to be a Jaeger, but are all Jaegers as strong as he is?
Well, he is experienced at least, and any soldier with his experience is sure to be quite powerful. But his power is beyond words. Facing him is like going off to be slaughtered. It's suicide.
Unless you got Earthguard. I'm sorry. Someone had to say it. The harmonica sounds like it's coming from outside. Maybe Joshua's at the garden terrace. Alright. Thank you for not making me sit through the entire castle. Let's go talk to Joshua. We have things on our heart. He has things on his heart. Let's see where this goes. Shall we? Oh, this is gonna be perfect. 150th save. Alright. Let's go. Joshua? Brother. I hear him. Where are you? Further up. Uh-huh. Hey, Estelle. Nice night, isn't it? Yeah. There's that song again. The Whereabouts of Light. I've lost a lot. But this song and this harmonica have always been with me. I've been thinking about why I play it. Huh? Maybe it's a habit I should quit. I think I want to tell you what I was doing before I met you. Joshua! Okay. This may take a while. Do you mind? Not at all. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Thank you. Once upon a time, there lived a little boy, all by himself. He was the timid sort, relying on the kindness of others, without a single redeeming trait. But he had people he cared about with him, so he was happy. But one day, something happened that broke his heart. He forgot how to speak, to feel, even to eat. All he could do was play his harmonica. No matter how hard his caretaker tried, nothing helped his heart to mend, and he grew weaker by the day. One day, a wandering magician appeared before the boy. "I will heal the boy's heart for you," he said. "Provided, of course, I am compensated." And so, the boy was given over into the magician's care. As he attempted to piece the broken heart back together, the magician found that he could shape the boy's existence into anything he wished. And so, the boy's new heart became that of a murderer. For 2 years, the boy killed every single day. Under cover of night, he murdered dozens of soldiers. He slit the throat of a national cabinet minister who was under heavily armed guards. Sometimes he used explosives, which maimed and killed innocent bystanders. At some point, he became regarded as something more than a mere killer. He was known as the Black Fang, and the name struck fear into the hearts of men. One day, the magician gave the boy an assassination order. His target was a hero, a man who had protected his queen and nation from the threat of an invading northern country. He was a bracer who held a special rank shared only by 3 others in the entire land. But the target was too strong. He defeated the boy with all the ease of a tiger swatting at a playful cub. At that moment, some of the magician's servants showed up. Since the boy's face had been seen, he was now a loose end to be tied up. But someone came to his aid and drove the attackers away. It was, of course, the man he had come to kill. And so, the boy was taken to the man's house, where he met a young girl. He lived there for 5 years, always feeling like he was lost in some wonderful dream. In the real world, he would never be allowed to have such dreams. But all dreams must end at some point. The time was drawing near when reality could be avoided no longer. And that's the end of my story. Thank you for being patient with me and listening. What was all that real? Every syllable. My heart is broken. My hands will always be stained with blood. I failed in the assassination of your father. I've been betraying you for a long time. The boy can't be saved from his real purpose. His presence alone seems to bring disaster and misery. He's just tainted. But the boy set out on a journey in hopes that he may keep his misfortunes from the ones he holds dear. He will find and stop the foul magician who created the life he has led. What? That's the last remnant of my human heart. I won't be needing it anymore. But I want you to take it. It's hardly an adequate way to thank you for the last 5 years. Yet I can't think of anything better. Stop it. What? I said stop it! Stop talking about it like it's a dream. You make it sound like nothing that's happened was even real to you. What difference does the past make? Your heart is broken? What does that even mean? Estelle. Look at me. Look into my eyes. They've always seen that boy. In good times and bad. No matter how much the boy was hurting, I always saw how hard he'd keep holding on. Joshua, I love you. You can't just leave me on my own. My feelings won't just go away when you do. I won't let you. Estelle. Oh. Joshua. But what was that? It's so bitter. It's just a fast-acting sedative. Don't worry. There are no side effects. Why did you... My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes, I think it would have been better if we'd never met. No. But this time is different. I'm grateful that you came to see me. I hate that I have to run from a girl who's so important to me, but it's all I can do. But I want you to know that I'll always be thinking of you. Joshua. Thank you for everything. You had me from the first moment I met you. I've always loved you. Goodbye, Estelle. Can we take a moment to appreciate just how fucking good that ending is, man? Why am I crying? I knew what was coming. Like, I've known it for this 70+ hour playthrough that it was all gonna go down. But it's like, man, I feel so bad for Estelle. Like, and Joshua, it's just, they're my buddies. Like, I've traveled around with them, and now this Estelle's hurting, Joshua's hurting, and oh no, we can't have a sad ED. Yeah, that's my eyes sting. That's how the first chapter concludes, everyone. I'm sorry I made you believe it to be a happy ending. It is the very definition of a cliffhanger, and it's one that really makes you want to pick up second chapter to find out how it goes. Poor Joshua, man. And just this episode, this last episode of the series, this is why you play Trails games. There's so much build up. I know they're slow. They can be very slow. But when it hits, it just hits, man. I love this game. I've been thinking lately about... I'm not a person who plays a lot of video games. I used to play them more, but I can never relax enough to play them. I'm really neurotic, okay? It's hard for me to sit down and play something, but I played this today for, I believe, 10 hours straight. And knowing from the other games I've played, I think it's safe to say that Trails in general is my favorite game series. Like, there's nothing else that makes me feel like this. And just, I've needed this so much. Lately, I've just been so caught up in my mind and everything that I got going on, and I've just been so worried about future stuff and past stuff, and none of that matters when I'm with Estelle and when I'm with Joshua. And yeah, this game's been a great escape for me. And I hope the series has been good for you. If not more than just mere entertainment to eat your dinner with. Thanks for staying tuned, and sorry for being such a crybaby, but that's Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Yes, the series is also called Legend of Heroes, but nobody uses that. Because it's really generic and really lame. But there we go. I've always loved you and Pizza Cake. Complete all achievements. Trails in the Sky. First chapter. Finn. You've unlocked all achievements. 12:30, huh? Pizza Cake. I've always loved you. Now, regarding clear data. After saving clear data, you may load it from the title screen to begin a second playthrough with various statistics carried over. That's correct. And this clear data right here, we can import into the second chapter, and it's going to affect... Yes, I can touch on what it affects. The higher rank we get, the more goodies we get. And if we get max BP, which we have, we're going to get the luck quartz in the next game. Also, various quests that we completed will have different dialogue in the second chapter because they'll recognize us. Also, Estelle's level is carried over if it's between level 35 or 40. Other than that, it's capped at, well, 40 is the max, 35 is the default. Sure was to finish saving clear data? Yes. Actually, no. How long has it been? When did I start this? Let me go back. The first Bright Family house save was on the 22nd of May. And I had some breaks here and there, but lately I've just been going at it, and it leads us to today. Just passed over into the 7th of August. 75 hours it took us. Now on, I'd say a casual playthrough, it's going to take less since you're not going to read everything out loud, and that substantially adds to the time. But yeah, 75 hours. I don't regret a single one of them. We're done. It's complete. With that, everyone, I would like to thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this adventure with me. I've been wanting to make this series for years, and I've had it in my head that, maybe once I've wanted to, for instance, just get to know some voice actors, especially like a female voice actor, have like a good cooperative, make a collaborative series with them to do this game, because I haven't thought I could do it myself. But here, I've played through it all, I've given them voices, and here we get a preview of the next chapter. I've given them voices, and yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Sometimes I feel like, yeah, this matches the character, other times I'm just lost, but I'm trying, I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm having fun, and I'm actually doing it and putting it out into the world. And I'm proud of myself. I'm happy about that. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope that you know that there is way more to come on this channel. If you've not subscribed already, I don't tend to ask people to subscribe, but just know, it doesn't end here. We're gonna be playing more games. I really, really hope we will. My life sometimes takes turns, and I get really preoccupied and caught up in all manner of projects and things, but I want to try to keep Trails as a constant, because the payoff here, it's only gonna go up from here. This was the first game, and it's only gonna get more refined, payoffs are gonna be bigger, and now we've laid the foundation for Liberl, but also the adventures to come on the other continents. The next games we're gonna play, it's all going to happen over the course of months and a couple of years, with characters returning constantly. And that's one of the very exciting things about making a channel like I have. I feel like this is a series that deserves its own channel. I wouldn't want to just post this next to anything else. It deserves a spot of its own. Adios, bless you all. Trails in the Sky has been completed. And that little teaser sure was cool. And now, main menu. Indeed, main menu. Well then, if you're watching this sometime in the future, you might have more games to watch already, so check this description for playlists to more Trails content. Thank you so much for staying tuned throughout this whole thing. It's been an adventure, it's been a big one, and I'm so happy you tuned in. I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna go now, before I snivel and sniff and sob any further. and I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm gonna go to work tomorrow with a big smile on my face and the knowledge that I got quite a few hours of video to edit. But that's a problem for future Carl. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails in the Sky.